been drinking.
Does that ever get dangerous?
I honestly don't think. I don't think it would attack a human because they're too big. Now, yeah, they go for children, but a cat will only attack when it's hungry.
Would you believe me if I told you that in the hills of northwest England, a giant cat prowls the countryside? Believers say that the collections of amateur video footage and the disemboweled remains of deer and sheep point to the existence of a panther-like cat prowling everywhere between Cheshire and Cumbria, dubbed by some as the Beast of Bolton. Brought together by the internet and armed with increasingly accessible gear, a network of beast hunters is growing across the north of England. One of these groups is Winter Hill Investigation Team, or WIT for short, who, among creatures like the Blackburn Bigfoot, are dedicated to proving the existence of the Beast of Bolton once and for all. After an evening where the Northern Lights appeared across England, and with the hope that the veil was thin, I met up with team leader Mick and his fellow investigators to learn more. Hello, is it Mick?
Yeah, it is.
I'm George, nice to meet you. It's a glorious day, isn't it?
It's brilliant, yeah.
Is this a good day for cryptid hunting, would you say?
Well, I hope so, because I brought you this as well.
So thank you so much. How does it look?
Looking
good. It
good.
looks good?
Yeah.
So with the Northern Lights last night, I was wondering, do you think that'll affect any cryptids we might see today?
I hope so, yeah. I'm hoping that with having these sun flares, it's going to cause some rift in the atmosphere and around these parts as well.
What is it about this area in the northwest then that makes it so hospitable, I guess?
We have key areas all around the world, and we do in this country as well. And I think this is a key area for a strange phenomena happening.
I was struck by Mick and his team's openness with me. There was an almost scientific, clinical approach to their study for the beast. They had core members, uniforms, active social media channels, and most importantly, faith. So Mick, I actually have a list of cryptids here for you. We can kind of go through them quickly if you want. Maybe if we start with the famous one, the Loch Ness Monster.
I'd say more, yeah.
What about gnomes?
Gnomes? Yeah, I've had reportings of gnome-like creatures, yeah.
Frogmen?
Frogmen, I've never had a reporting of that, but I think it's more of an American.
This is a local one. What about the Grey Lady?
The Grey Lady, yeah.
What about British Bigfoot?
Yeah, definitely.
What about the Rosendale Panther?
Definitely, yeah, I do believe we've got that there.
What about the Rivington Dogman?
Yeah.
The Lancaster Raptor?
Yes.
Phantom dogs?
There's been quite a few from this area.
And what about the Beast of Bolton?
The Beast of Bolton, this is it's a panther-like, it's black, and it's quite large. Where we are in Bolton, it's been seen at the bottom of Falmouth area, going towards Manchester, and it seems to have followed a pattern until it's got to this area.
Can you show us anywhere where people have seen the beast?
Well, just behind us, behind you, is a quarry. And there's been two security guards that have come forward, one who had a sighting in 2018 and one who saw it in 2019. The one who saw it in 2018, he'd come out and he got growled at. And he said it was like a scream and a growl. And when you look into big cats, sometimes they scream and growl. And it was that sort of noise. But he said he saw the amber coloured eyes.
It looks like an eye. Yeah, in that gap. Can you see that gap over there?
Yeah.
See it
I
there?
can't see it, but I can't, no.
Do you want to have a look?
Yeah, I can see movements.
Did anyone take him seriously?
I think some did, because some others had seen it, but they didn't want to talk about it. When I saw it, I would say its head would have been, a metre and a half off the floor. So we know it's not domesticated.
And do you see like paw prints or anything?
We've got photos of paw prints from within the quarry as well. Not only that, over in a place near Chorley called Ely Nab.
So how do you investigate for a big cat? Like, how do you look for one?
So the kit that we do have, we've only got a small amount of it today. We've got this which is a psionics aurora. It makes it look, when you're there at night, you're looking through it, it looks as though it's daylight and it's all colour as well. Then you've got these at £500, which is a flare. With this, you can see in thermal.
It looks like military grade almost.
Yeah, it's like as though you're the predator, you see like the predator.
Yeah, it is.
If I turn that on, and you can see, these are night vision, so, but you'll see a black and white picture. These are the trail cams we put around the area. We go out in the area they've been reported in and sort of hang around them areas quietly sometimes, especially if it's in an area which it's been seen in. That area, I spent about 7 or 8 weeks going in the every 3 days, looking at the trail cams.
Would you be able to lure it then, do you think, if with food? Have you?
We have tried that. Lee, one of our members, he's made a sort of a trap.
We have actually got some results, to be honest. They look like deer tracks.
So you know it works?
Yeah, it works, yeah, definitely. And just over there is the actual budgie cage, as I call it.
Oh, so it's like a bird.
Yeah, it's a bird feeder. So the idea is, whatever comes over here, because, I mean, the idea as well came from because we've had so much wet weather.
Yeah.
So if anything steps on it, when it kind of dries out or if it's still slightly muddy, it's aiming for that. So it has to bounce off that really to go over the tree.
So is this a positive result?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, the idea behind the putting it here pointing down, because when I first found the actual area, I actually found just across the actual stream, that cove there's some, like, it looks like a deer, bones of a deer, maybe a bird.
Oh yeah, here. I mean, should we sort of, we don't have to pick it up, but maybe.
No.
Oh yeah.
So there's definitely something about.
There you go. That's quite striking, isn't it?
Yeah.
As the day continued, it appeared to me that proving the beast's existence was mentioned less and less. For Whit, this matter was already settled. The search itself was what was important. The methods used, the data collected, the patience and discipline one could put to it. Oh, do you think it's a matter of when and not if?
It's one of them, you just have to keep trialing. People try it for years. People try it for the first week and get results. You have to keep trying. You have to keep trying at it, but not think too much into it. You know, it's like this now. This has been here a good few months. Nobody's been round. So apart from my scent, nothing else has been round apart from other animals. So, but when I take this back, I'm not going to plug it in and say, oh God, I hope there's a cat on. You just have to take it as it is. There might be, there might not. You know, so it's just a look at the draw, really.
How do you stay determined?
Just keep going at it. It's just a passion you love, isn't it? And you just, like I said, you just can't put it down, really.
After we crawled our way out from the small ravine where the trap was set, Mick and his team showed no sign of slowing down. But with our time together over, we parted ways. Me back to modernity, and the Wick team back to camps, stakeouts, and searching for the truth.
Always from childhood with myself and onwards. You know, I was in an house which we had strange things happening. After me dad passed on, we had a lot of strange things happening, and I've always been sort of open to it as well. And I've seen a few things as I've grown up, things that, you know, apparitions that seem solid, but, you know, I know aren't.
When your dad passed away, did you feel like that was related?
At the time, because I was only 5, and I don't know what it is, but my mind has, you know, it's one of them where it's a bit of trauma, and I can't remember much about it. But I did when I got to, I think I got to the age of 8, and I started the sort of things started clicking into place. This happened then, and that happened.
What kind of things were happening?
We were having like the smell of tobacco. He used to smoke a pipe, and we used to get the smell of the pipe tobacco in the house. Just out of blue, it just, you know, we'd be sat there watching telly, and then next minute the smell would be overpowering. You keep looking and looking, and then questions become more questions, and you're constantly looking, and there never seems to be an answer to it. It's always question after question after question. I would hope there might be an answer at some point, or we'll get to a point where
I think we're getting closer, aren't we?
I think so, yeah. But it still brings more questions. It's a never-ending. Yeah, it's never-ending.
We hadn't found the beast that day, but the fresh air, beautiful countryside, and the camaraderie of the team was reward enough. I wasn't sure if Lee's footage would reveal the goods. In many ways, I don't think it matters.
Foghorn sounds ring the bell. Tar pits, water well, the wagon trail and the iron mud.